Over the years I have bought quite a lot of Super Nintendo games, but I just find myself never really playing them. I never really get my Super Nintendo out. I do have a couple of the more typical popular games. Got this Kirby game here, Super Metroid. I think I've got all three of the Donkey Kong Country games. Battletoads. A bonk game called Super BC Kid on this. Good old Plock. And I've got a couple of reproduction cartridges as well. I've got Final Fantasy 4, 5 and 6, even though 5 is a American cartridge. I do have some legitimate American cartridges because there's a lot of games that weren't released in Europe. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I do have a boxed copy of Chrono Trigger as well, which is the American version because this is another game that wasn't released in Europe. And I've played this a little bit. One of these days I'm going to get around to playing through it fully. I'm going to play Starwing. Really, the reason I'm going to play this is because a friend of mine, in conversation, he said that Star Fox was never released in Europe, and he is slightly misinformed because Star Fox was released in Europe, and I think it was a pack-in title for a little while over here. But as you can see, it was renamed Starwing. I have both my incredibly yellowed American Super Nintendo here and my European Super Nintendo, which is slightly less yellowed. So let's get that cartridge and play some Starwing. Early 3D games on home computers did tend to be a little bit more like demos than games, but because Nintendo worked on this one, they definitely turned it into a game. It's definitely been gamified. Yeah, so at the start you can choose from 3 different routes to take. That's a pretty cool effect, isn't it?
Good luck. Prepare for launch.
I love this first level music. So this game is actually a really simple game. It's pretty much an on-rails shooter, and you can see the enemies typically flash, but actually there are times where I can't really tell what's going on. Sometimes my teammates are flying in front of me and I can't distinguish them from the enemies properly, but it is quite a nice touch actually that they your teammates do make an appearance sometimes. It adds a little bit of personality to the game, you know. Don't know why I keep trying to shoot those buildings. I guess they built all of their cities on grass on this planet. You can see that shield in the bottom left corner. You can get some of your health back by flying through the checkpoints. Like that one there. Yeah, you can actually friendly fire your own teammates. I don't know how much they help, but they do appear to require assistance sometimes. But I really like that actually. It's a really good first level. And now we're on to the boss. It's a nice big boss, although he's not really made out of... not really a very detailed boss. So yeah, it goes without saying that the Super FX chip was put in this cartridge, and it was designed... well, I don't think it was designed by Argonaut. Argonaut being a UK company that helped make this game. It was put in the cartridge to speed up the drawing of the 3D polygons, because you can draw 3D polygons on any sort of machine, but it was a lot faster with a little bit of assistance. And this game always remains responsive, even though it does slow down a little bit at times. The controls are always good. I think that's something that Nintendo are well known for demanding good controls in their games. So this second level is actually in a first-person view. If I chose one of the other routes, then I wouldn't see this level. But I do struggle a little bit at times because there's just too much on screen. Oh yeah, there's my teammate there, but I don't quite see him. I think I end up damaging that Falcon guy quite a bit. This section actually reminds me of one of the bonus rounds in Knuckles Chaotix. They keep complaining that I'm stealing all their kills. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if that's a checkpoint. I think when you die in this game, you do start right at the start of the level that you're on. There's an awful lot of sprite scaling going on in this level. That's something that a lot of people are mistaken in thinking the Super Nintendo can do. It doesn't do sprite scaling. Sometimes it uses that mode 7 to zoom in one thing, because it's like a background in mode 7. It's just a layer, so it can do zooming, but it's got limited uses. Another boss. You know, the memories I have of playing this game is that I actually really struggled on it, but I'm not having too much trouble this time. It's really good though. It feels really good to play, which is so different to those 3D polygon games that are on home computers. There's a series of 3D games I have on my Amstrad CPC called the Freescape games, and they're fully 3D and they do look quite like this, but they play at about 1 frame per second, and it's a little bit more of an exploration thing. Unless you like creating maps, they're not all that fun to play. Level 3, this is another first person level, but this one is actually quite cool because you go inside spaceships in this one. It's still on rails. Every time you play it you'll see the same things. I actually made the mistake of crashing into that ship quite a lot. You can actually collide with these great big things here, so that's something you have to be careful about. There's two of my teammates to the left there. I suppose in a way this is a little bit like Space Harrier. Oh yeah, so these bits are really cool. I like these bits. Oh, you're supposed to turn to the side there. Yep, so that's one down. Terrain fox. Don't bloody fly in front of me then. You know, when I was growing up, I knew one person that had a Super Nintendo. All of my other friends all had Mega Drives. But I did play this game, or I did see this game back in the day. And we also played a lot of Mortal Kombat 2 on his Super Nintendo. And he played this, and I thought, wow, this looks so good for a 16-bit machine. And I don't think I realised at the time that there was virtual racing for the Mega Drive. But I do remember thinking, oh wow, there's nothing like this on the Mega Drive. This is amazing. So I've died again. I think this is a good time to stop the video actually. So yeah, that's a look at Starwing. It looks dated, I guess. I mean, I guess it has to look dated by today's 3D games, but it's still a really good game, actually. So there you go. That's the end of the video.